Aloha, Mother Fathers. Welcome in. It is another episode of Kyle Reacts here on your Monday, June 23rd, 2025. And of course, today on this edition of Reacts, we are looking over Monday Night Raw. We are in the go-home stretch here for Night of Champions coming up this Saturday over in Saudi Arabia. This is the go-home show for Raw. Obviously, we know, too, that there's a bunch of stuff coming up on the WWE calendar, but obviously King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring, the final semifinal matches, everything else that went on tonight. Let's dive right in with a couple things we liked and a couple things we didn't from the show. First thing for me, Braun Breaker. There were some spots in the match, obviously, where Penta missed a few cues, whatever it was. But overall, I mean, Braun Breaker's a star. He's super over. He's super talented. He's got that it that we saw with guys like Roman and guys like Cena and all that. He's going to be that guy when it's all said and done with this Seth group, which we'll get to in a second. But, I mean, it's right there for him. He's just got to navigate the storm that isn't Jade Cargill, but is this Seth Rollins faction, if you want to call it that. But he's right there. He is right there. The fan engagement, everything, too. They're dying for this guy to just be a badass face that just rolls through people in a way that's entertaining and competitive. So I'm looking forward to that. Speaking of entertaining and competitive, this is the second straight week where Goldberg didn't make me not want to watch his match on Saturday night's main event. A really good interview with Michael Cole. If you haven't watched, the full one's up on YouTube. You can check it out maybe after this when we're done with the reviews here in Kyle Reacts. But still, that was pretty good and pretty good for Bill. He has that fire. He was able to lay out why in more detail. Some people maybe forgot about last October at Bad Blood when Gunther called out him and his family and all that stuff and the city and everything too. And this is going to be a great send-off. And of course, Michael Cole with the question of, well, Bill, what happens if you win the World Championship? He's like, well, that's an interesting dilemma, isn't it? Like, well, there you go. I mean, it's something is going to happen in that match. Should Gunther win clean over Goldberg and retire him? Yes, he should. But this is WWE, and stranger things have happened, recently even too. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm not fully convinced that Goldberg isn't walking out with that championship, or at least winning and beating Gunther, and then who knows what happens after that. Third thing for me, Jade Cargill, again, match with Roxanne. A few things here and there, but other than that, solid match. And Jade also. Talk about Braun. You got to talk about Jade. Now, she's older, but still, she's got star power. I liken this to the female version of Batista, if that makes sense. She can get there. She's not there yet, and I want people to calm down with that comparison, but the strength, the look, the ability is all there. It's now just about putting it together and obviously having a few title reigns to get to that point. And again, just starting in this company, per se, at an advanced age compared to someone like Roxanne or whoever the person she wrestled, of course, tonight. That's where you see the similarities with her and Dave and all that stuff. But again, yeah, she looked like $1 million. She was great. A couple things, like I said, here or there, but it's going to happen. It's a Monday Night Raw. If you're expecting, pay-per-view quality matches on, regular shows, I mean, sometimes they surprise you and deliver, like the one I'm about to talk about. Sometimes it's a mean to an end to a bigger opportunity in a bigger moment. So that's the part of storytelling and building, that not every match is a 5-star Meltzer match. So nevertheless, speaking of 5-star Meltzer matches that I don't really care if you did or not, Cody and Jay, I did not know this was the first time they were one-on-one. Fantastic match. For all the people that were concerned about, can Jay wrestle? Can he really put together a good match with somebody because of the certain sample sizes we've seen recently? This should quell some of those concerns. Now, granted, it is Cody. He's probably the best in the company right now. If you see the previous video we had posted on the shorts, I mean, I just compared Cody Rhodes to this generation. He's this generation's Undertaker, is what I've called him. Doesn't really seem to have a bad match. Even the Cena match people didn't like, but I mean, it wasn't bad by Cena's, valuation. He's almost 50. I mean, Cody carried that match for the most part, but this was great. This is great. Two guys that are in the prime right now, going at it. And Jay, obviously, we know the fan favorite, but people still love Cody. Yeah, I was really happy with that match. That was great. A couple of things we did not like in the show. First off, the Becky, Bayley, Lyra angle, the DQ, we're setting up to a triple threat, I would imagine. I would also like to imagine probably at SummerSlam. This is a good way if Lyra wasn't going to be in the title scene, because right now it's looking like maybe Asuka is going to get Io Sky. Io was not on the show, I don't think, tonight. I didn't see anything. Um, Good. At least she has something to do, and it's in a prominent spot against two of the four horsewomen. So, I mean, there are worse places to be on the card, but I didn't like the angle itself. I mean, it would have made more sense for Lyra to hit Becky right after things went down than wait until Bayley's about to hit the move and then do it. I mean, I get the storytelling aspect of it, kind of, but at the same point, my common sense usually outweighs, what we're seeing when it comes to that. So I didn't really like that angle as much, but I get where they're going with it. Bayley's got the biggest gripe because she hasn't had a fair shot at a title, and she's multiple opportunities essentially been taken away from her. Lyra's pissed because Becky's a troll, and Becky's Becky. So I mean, that's what it is. But the big thing that I had a problem with tonight was Seth, and I want to believe him. And I think this is the one problem when you have the Money in the Bank briefcase, and it's not like an up and coming guy who's like trying to prove himself, like Priest when he had it, that kind of stuff. Where it's like, hey, if he gets it, it's huge. Seth has already done so much in his career, and I get the power storyline. I know Anthony said that makes a lot of sense. I'm not saying it doesn't, but for me, this puts him in a bit of a holding pattern where he can't take that next step until he cashes in. So when he does, it's going to be great, and that's when I really start to believe this. But right now, it's all just bullshit. Like, there's not really much he's going to, like, it's not really a build-up for me at this point. I don't know. I mean, it's just strange from my mindset, my aspect of it. I don't know. And again, there's the same theme music, and the "you people don't know what you want. I'm going to tell you what you want." He's kind of heel, but he's only a heel when he picks up the microphone. When he comes out, he's still face. And then it's the not naming of the group. Still waiting if there's going to be a fourth person. We assume it's going to be Ricky Saints or Ethan Page at some point, but who? They have to kind of do their blow off. Maybe Great American Bash in July will be the end of that, and they can kind of. One of them is going to move on and be the North American champ. The other one's going to get the spot. Who knows who's going to be? I prefer Ricky Saints, but I don't know. I just feel like we're in a holding pattern with Seth right now, and I don't think he's really going to be able to get as over as he wants or to accomplish what he needs to accomplish until that cash-in happens. Maybe it's SummerSlam. Hell, maybe it's Saudi Arabia. I don't know. But yeah, it needs to happen like soon because I'm starting to lose interest in this group and the story. And I love Bronson. I love Braun. Paul's money wherever he goes, and Seth's great. But like, there needs to be something that takes place that gives them that momentum to really launch that group. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I've been an advocate for naming the group the Vision. Again, copyright from Marvel excluded. We'll see if that clicks or not. Who knows? Maybe it doesn't. I have no idea. But we'll see. That's going to wrap it up, guys, for your Monday Night Raw. Kyle Reacts here on June 23rd, 2025. Back again tomorrow night for a review of NXT, of course. And don't forget the full episodes of the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast. Every Thursday, Friday. This week should be on Friday. It should be coming out for you guys. And awesome show planned, and it's going to be fun, man. So we're excited for that. Don't forget to catch that. And give us a like, subscribe. Like the video, too. Make sure you share it with friends. If you like good wrestling takes, you like wrestling takes at all, you like pro wrestling in general, you've come to the right place. I will catch you guys tomorrow night. Until then, you have a great night. We will see you after NXT.